Find a value z sub naught of the standard normal random variable z such that, so we have this probability that z's are greater than or equal to z sub naught, and that equals 0.05. Let's get a picture of what this looks like. I know that I would have some mean in the middle, but what does this mean z's are greater than or equal to some z sub naught? Well, this is what we're trying to find, the z sub naught. And the probability that a whole bunch of z's are greater than it is 0.05. Meaning, here's my z sub naught, and there's a 0.05 probability that there's a bunch of z's in here greater than it. So, if this is 0.05, we know this right here needs to be 0.4500. And looking at the z-score chart, I see two different scores, 4495 and 4505. 4495 is a 1.64 z-score. 4505 is a 1.65 z-score. Because these z-scores are so close to each other, we're going to go exactly halfway in between and say that z sub naught here is 1.645. Moving on, I again have a z greater than or equal to some z sub naught, and the probability of that is 0.025. So again, I'm looking at a z sub naught on the right side of my normal curve, with the probability being 0.025. Well, if the probability is 0.025, then from the mean out, I have a probability of 0.4750. Looking this up on my z-score chart, I see that that exactly is 1.96. Now this next question is very similar. I'm going to keep it in purple here. Except for we're looking at z's less than sub z sub naught. So I'm looking for a z sub naught where the probability that other z-scores are less than it is 0.025. Well, I already know that 0.025 corresponds to a z-score of 196, but what makes this different is it's on the left side, meaning I need to put a negative in front of that z sub naught. And my final z-score I'm looking for here corresponds z's are greater than or equal to some z sub naught, and the probability of 0.10 means I'm looking up on the right side of my graph. Oops. I like to keep my z-scores inside it, or my probabilities inside it, and my z-scores down below. It just kind of keeps me in check. So then I know from my mean out is 0.4, and looking up 0.4 in the back, I see that what's closest to it would be the probability of 0.3997, which corresponds to a z-score of 1.28. So that would be my z sub naught score.